Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. What a pleasure to have you with us as we explore the world of variant Sudoku yet again today, as we have done every day for the last 5 or 6 years. Well, no, we've done it every day for 6 years. It's just both of us, Simon and myself, have done separate videos every day for the past 5.5. Or is it 4.5? Might be 4.5. Anyway, stop waffling, Mark. Tell the viewers about the Patreon reward that is coming out tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow it is the Labours of Rostam, a 7 puzzle hunt. It's been tested now. Good news. It is coming out on Patreon at 4 PM our time, and you will be able to have a go at that. The prize for a winner is to collaborate on a video with Simon. Congratulations to Emily Ames, who will be appearing at some point, who won last month and has I saw, said yes, which is fantastic. She's going to give it a go with some trepidation. I'm not surprised. I have occasionally recorded things with Simon and it needs trepidation. Anyway, that's great. That's so Patreon tomorrow, the Labours of Rostam, of course, Rostam. You can also have a go at, or as well as having a go at those puzzles, you can watch the crosswords or connections videos that go up there. And you can do many other things with our Patreon. Do check it out. There's also, of course, all of our apps. They do feature line Sudoku and thermo Sudoku. We have one thermo here. And they also feature Fog of War and the Worms. And of course, there's also SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD listed under the video. So do check these things out. We'd love you to support the channel in any way you can. You could just subscribe to us if you haven't already, or like the videos, or leave a comment. Congratulate the setters. Today we are congratulating Cheese or Steve, who makes a debut, I believe, on the channel. And we're thanking Judd, who recommended this puzzle to us and said it might make a really good feature for the channel. So here it is. We're going to have a look at it. I'm going to go through the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Purple lines are Ren bands, and digits along them must be consecutive, but can appear in any order. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line must differ by at least 5, and digits along a thermometer must increase from the bulb to the tip. And those are the rules. Give it a try on that first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So sometimes in these puzzles, not always, but sometimes it helps to look at the boxes where they are full of markings. And those are box 4 and box 3 in this case. So in box 4, we have a Ren band here. Now, a 5-cell Ren band will always have the digit 5 on it. That is just mandatory, because any sequence of digits from 1 to 9 must run through or past 5, or up to, from, or through 5. So this group of digits has a 5 on. This is then a pair of touching digits, but these two are not at all touching. They are at least 5 different. I was wondering if we were going to be able to look at this box and say that the green line is a 1-9 pair, but actually I don't think we can, because this could be 3 and 9, and that could be a 1-2 pair, and this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So no, that was not a great box to start with. Let's try this one. Now, here, quite conversely, from a 5-cell purple line, a 5-cell green line doesn't have 5 on it at all. And that's because no green line can have 5 on it. Green lines don't have 5 because there's no possible Sudoku neighbour. They alternate between digits higher than 5 and digits lower than 5 to maintain the difference. And on them, you can't put 4 or 9 in positions, 4 or 6. In positions where they have 2 neighbours that would see each other, like here. If you put 4 there, both of those would have to be 9. So there's no 5 on this line. There is a 5 on the thermo. What is there on the line? There are alternating polarities of digit. Let's go pink and green. And 3 of these are high or low, two of them are the other, and that's going to definitely leave one high, one low, and one high or low, as well as 5 on this thermo. So I'm going to put low there, blue. I'm hoping eventually to convert pink and green to blue and orange. I'm going to put orange there for high, and I'm going to put 5 into one of those cells. Now that's got a good knock-on effect on this 5-cell Renban, which does need a 5 on. Now that we've put 5 in one of those two, the 5 here can't be in those, so it's in one of those two. And that knocks around to here again. You can't put 5 in those, but a 5-cell Renban needs one, so we're going to put it in one of those. Actually, in box 5, it's got to be off the green. Has that really led us anywhere? Okay, this 3-cell line is not necessarily extreme, but it's quite extreme. Since it doesn't have a 5 on, it's really limited. There were originally 7 possible combos, but 3 of them have been ruled out. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. This is now either going to be 3 high digits or 3 low digits. And if it was... what's that going to mean? See, here we have a 5 and an unknown colour. No, a known colour. I don't know whether blue and orange are pink or green, but I do know the other digit here is green, because we need to have 4 greens in the box. So we've had 1 pink and 1 green. This is going to use up all the digits of one of those polarities, either pink or green. And therefore, by the way, this digit is either 1, 4, 6 or 9, because if pink, oh no, maybe not that digit. Oh, it could be the digit here. If that's green, then it's the extreme green digit from one end of the sequence that must be here. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to use a new pair of colours. I'm going to say they're all yellow. I don't know whether yellow is blue or orange. I don't know whether it's green or pink. But I know it's not red. We all know yellow's not red, but I know it especially because in this row, I'm planning to find 4 reds and 4 yellows. And there are 3 yellows there, and either pink or green is yellow, so the 4th one is here. There is also the 5 here, which is not coloured in my scheme. So these 3 are all red, so they're quite extreme. On this line, we've got 3 digits of one polarity and a 5. And then we've either got the 6 or 4 from the other polarity, or we've got the 4th red digit. I don't know, and I mean, I may have been scouting around at the wrong parts of the puzzle, but it's interesting that we can get anywhere thinking like this. The thermo is going to be the only thing that actually disambiguates high and low in this puzzle, isn't it? Because otherwise, if the thermo wasn't there, you could take the final solution to a puzzle with just purple and green lines and subtract every number from 10 and have an entirely valid grid. They are never disturbed by that action. However, the thermometer will make that not happen in this case. I'm wondering if this is a good puzzle for the placeholder technique. I'm not sure at all, but let us think about... Well, I don't actually know what to do next at all at the moment, if I'm brutally honest. I mean, that it is just an observation that I make at this point, that the thermo is the disambiguator here. In this box, we're going to have alternation again here. Oh, there's a 5 there, and in the bottom row, where does 5 go? It goes in one of those two cells, but we now know it's not there. So in fact, this is 5 in the bottom row. There we go, we've got the disambiguation done. That is not coloured, that is white, and this is green, and it's higher than 5, and we now know that green in this box is high, and pink becomes low, so I'm turning that blue. Now that doesn't sort out yellow and red for me, but that's fine. At least we got some disambiguation done, so no placeholding yet. That is 6, 7 or 8. That's 7, 8 or 9. No, hang on. Neither of these can be 6 because their neighbours would have to both be 1 in those positions. So this is the only place for 6. Now, if this is high, it must be 7, 8, 9. If these are high, they must be 7, 8, 9. And then this pair would have to be 5, 6. And this line would be impossible because you couldn't have a high digit on it. Right, excellent. So good thing we didn't placeholder away. This is definitely not high. This is low. This one is high. There we go. And that is 7, 8, 9. Now, these digits, yeah, they're from 1, 2, 3, 4. And these two are either the other digit from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, or they are 6 and 5. And in that case, this would be 4, 3, 2. And that would be 1. Okay, I don't really know what the situation is. 7, 8 and 9. This digit can't be 4. But it's the only digit I know about. I know that about in the box. Right, one of these is blue and is the last blue in this box. Why can't I just use this line again in consonance with that? So here we don't have any blues. We have an orange and a 5. And the orange must be the lowest possible orange. That is now a 5, 6 pair. This is a clever puzzle. This is a 2, 3, 4 triple, and this is a 1 here in the top row and is our third digit in the puzzle. Right, now what's that doing, if anything, anywhere else? There's a 1 on this line. We've had 5 and 6 there. We know that's pushed 5 round here. I mean, there are fairly good odds that 6 is on this line as well, in which case that's been pushed round too. But we're not backing the odds here. I suppose, yeah, again, there is a green line in this box. And that means this isn't very extreme. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because there wouldn't be a low or a high to put on there. Therefore, 6 and 4 are on the line. Right, I'm excluding 1 and 9 from this line. Because if you put 1 on it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you wouldn't have a low digit for there. If you put 9 on it, it would be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and you wouldn't have a high digit for here. Therefore, we're selecting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not only do all the possible 5-cell sequences run through 5, they also run through 4 and 6. And the 5, 6 there has told me that this is 5, 6 here, which is fascinating. Also, there's a 4 on this line, and that has to be in column 1 now, and that's not a 4. Now, okay, all we know about the line now is it's not a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line because of this digit up here. If we were to put 2 and 3 on this line, that cell would break. Therefore, 7 is on the line because once you've excluded 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a set, you're up to either 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these include 4, 7 and either 3 or 8. And these definitely include 4, 5, 6, 7. So the high digit on this line is an 8 or a 9. And that means that the other digit from 8 or 9 can't appear on this line as well, because of its green nature and the difference of 5. It can't appear on this line because one of these is 8 or 9, and this can't be either therefore 9, 8 or 8, 7. 7's on that line. And therefore, since only one of those high digits, 8 or 9, appears on this line, neither can now appear on that line. So one of them's here, but the other one has to be on this line, and that's an 8, and that must be in these cells now. That's really neat. And 9 is the high digit on the green line. I keep on marking the wrong one. On the green line. And that's used up 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The other remaining digits in the box are 1, 2, 3. The Renban has to use 2. And the digit going with the 9 on the green bit is 1 or 3. Now, in this column, we've had 5, 6, 4, 7, 8. So down here, we're selecting from 1, 2, 3, 9. And that, because they contain, I was going to say that tells us these aren't low. It doesn't, because we're definitely only selecting 2 low digits here. Right. Well, I mean, it was all very interesting. And it's done work. These digits are 1, 7, 8, 9, and 1 is on that line. So these are selected from 7, 8, 9. And that is a triple. Okay, I should actually keep my colouring going where I can. So let's do that. We've got 7, 8, 9 triple in row 2. And that digit can't be 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So it's a naked single 1. This is the high digit. But I don't know which one. But again, we've got a 7, 8, 9 triple in the row. Not surprising, since 7, 8, 9 have to be excluded from here. That 1, I'm going to turn blue. Take 1 out of those cells. What else? Okay, 1 in this box is in one of these cells. 1 in column 1 is in one of these cells. So 1 and 9 are off this line. Oh, that is interesting. Now I am going to assert that these 2 lines can't be, these 2 cells, which because of the alternation must be of the same polarity, they can't be low. Because if they were, well, 2 of the low digits are here, but the other 2 would be here, and one of them would be a 4. And that 4, whichever cell it was in, would need a 9 here on the knuckle, and it can't have a 9 because 9's in one of those cells. So these 2 are high. The cell on the turn is low, the blue one. And that's all the lows in this column, 4 of them, see? So this can't be low and is 9. This digit, okay, I'm going to mark 9 as high. This digit is low and is not 9. It's 1 or 3. And in this column, I don't know whether this is 5 or high. I do know that that's high and it's not 9. And that means this low digit is not 4. And that's very interesting because it means we have a 1, 2, 3, 9 quad in the box. In fact, that digit must be whatever is that digit that can't fit into those cells. So it is 2 or 3. This is now not a 6. This is 7, 8 or 9 once that's 2 or 3. And there's another 7, 8, 9 triple. It's bizarre, this, in a way. 3 oranges there that are 7, 8, 9. 3 low digits here, but we don't know which ones. Well, hang on. These digits can't be from the 1, 2, 3, 9 quad or from the 7, 8, 9 triple. So they are from 4, 5, 6. And that is now a triple in the column. 4, 5, 6 there. One of those is a 4, in fact. And that's quite cool because now I can see where 4 is in this column. It's in the very top row. That's not a 9 because of this. So this is a 7-8 pair. This pair of cells is a 5-6 pair. And here's my 4-5-6 triple. You probably saw that coming. Okay, well, I mean, that was good progress as well. I enjoyed that. I think this puzzle's really good. This Renban. There are some impossibilities, like only 5 and 6 have definitely been excluded as digits. But what does that leave for this Renban? 1, 2, 3, yes, that's possible. 2, 3, 4 looks possible, but it would break this cell, which is 2, 3, or 4. So it's not 2, 3, 4. It can't be any combo with a 5 or a 6 in it. And the only higher one is 7, 8, 9, and that would break this cell. So actually this is a 1, 2, 3 triple on the Renban in column 9, which suddenly turned into a really useful digit. That gives us 4 here, 9 that it's touching on the whisper line. Now we've got a 7, 8 pair looking at that cell, which is a 9. In this column then, we have 7, 8 and 9 still to place. Yes, I know, I keep forgetting to colour. There we go. This whisper connection can't be 3, 7. That's all I know about it. It could be anything else though, so I can't really pencil mark much. The polarity of that digit is going to be the same as the polarity of this one. You could just need to count along this column to work that out in pairs. But I don't know which it is, so it doesn't really help me at the moment. It's 1, 2, 3 triple. These cells see 5, 6. Oh no, they don't see all of 1, 2, 3. So I will back off from what I was going to say. I haven't really done anything in this box yet, have I? I haven't even done something sort of, say, red and yellow on that whisper where it alternates between high and low, and I just have to identify what high and low are. Okay, I'm going to have a look at this Renban since that one was useful. Let's try this one. I don't think we've got as much exclusory power down here. I do know it can't be 987 because that would break these cells. It couldn't even be 876 because that would break this one. So it could be 765. And that would deal with the problem of 5 in the box, which can't be here. If it was 765, that's possible. It can't be 654 because that breaks this cell. However, I think the ones below that are all possible. So it's either 567 or it has a 3 on it. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, this digit's not 9 anymore because of 9 there, or maybe the pencil marking here, doesn't really matter. Right, 7 and 8 can't touch 3. 8 can, but 7 can't, so that's a 2, and that's 2 up in the corner there. And there's no 2 here, and I can get rid of the corner marks. That's now a 139 triple. Now, that does mean 2 can't be on this line. I mean, the more extreme digits have not been sacked off it, but okay, I'm going to ask the question about 4 and 6 in this row. A bit of an unlikely question, but they're important as monogamous digits. This cell and this cell cannot be 4 and 6. 4 or 6, because their neighbours see each other. These two cells cannot be 4 and 6 because they're of the same polarity given the alternation on this green line. Therefore, only one of them can be 4 or 6, and this digit must be 4 or 6. And that is touching a 1 or a 9 here, but we know exactly which one it is touching. It's a 9, so this is the low 4. Now 6 has to be in one of these cells with a 1 in the middle, and again, I know its colour. I know its polarity. I know where its children go to school. These other digits are 6, 7, and they're from 6, 7, and 8. One of them definitely is a 6. Now, what was I saying? I was saying 765 was possible here, but now we've placed 6 in one of those cells. So you can forget that. Now we are down to 543, not 321, 543 or 432. So there is a 3 and a 4 on this line. That digit is not a 4. We've placed 4 in box 7. There is also a 3 on the line, so that digit is not 4 or 3, but it is low and it's not 1, it's 2 now. And now this is not 2, 3, 4, this is 3, 4, 5. That's a 6. This is a beautifully put together puzzle, if you will allow me to say so. And I'm sure that you will. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this row. Everything else is from 1, 7, 8, 9. I don't know much about that. These digits can't include 6 or 1, 3, 4, 5. They're from 2, 7, 8, 9. They must include 9, so that becomes a 1. This can't be a 1 now. I wanted to know about 1. Oh, maybe it was in this row earlier. 2 must be in that row as well, so that digit is a 3, and this is a 2-1 pair here. I don't know, I've probably forgotten why, but I think that's important somehow. That can't be a 9, there's only one place for 9 in column 9. Now there's a 9 in one of these cells. Interesting, but not determinant. 3, 2, 9, 4, 5. There must be a 6 in one of these. Not so interesting. Now, there's really just these 2 green lines in the centre, yet to be kind of deciphered. Ah, okay. So in column 4, we've had 2 high digits already. For these to both be high, what would need be? I don't know. That would become low. That would be the 2. No, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. We know 9 is in these cells. Maybe it's time to ask questions about 4 and 6 again in some form or format. Oh, that can't be a 4. I've only just seen that. Not actually helpful. There's some whisper that's doing a job and I'm not spotting it. Oh, those are... That can't be 2, so that's a 3. There we go. So that's a 2 on the Renban and that's a 1. That 2 on the Renban sees this Renban and we get 1 and 2 there. Now 1 is in this group. 1 is in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. And now we do know the colour thing. So if 1 is in one of those red cells, red is blue, red is low, yellow becomes high orange. And the 9 in this row can be definitely found on the only high cell. This one, I'm going to say 7 or 8. These digits, they don't include 2. They're from 1, 3, 4. This one can't be 4 because it sees that. This is low. It can't be 4 because that's not 9, so it must be 2. That digit 2 can't be here. And now I've got a 7, 8, 9 triple in column 4, and I can put 6 down at the bottom. Lovely jubbly. So oh no. I'm looking at this column. We've had 6 and the 7, 8, 9 triple. We've had 2. Everything else is from 1, 3, 4, 5, including those 2. I don't see how I get to finish that off. This line is going to need the last remaining blue digit in this box. And that blue digit is not 1, because neither of those cells can be a 1. So it's 3 or 4. But since it can't go with 9, it must be 3 going with 8 on that line, and we can actually place them. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is a lovely, gorgeous last line step. Now, that's a 1, this is 4. That can't be 4, that can't be 3, this can't be 8, this can't be 9. That's become a 7. These are a 5, 6 pair. They didn't get a Renban in this box because they didn't need one, not because they couldn't have had one. That's not a 7, no, nor is that. That's not 8, and that's not 7. So in this row, don't know. I mean, that is 6 or 8 by elimination generally. That's a 7, 8 pair, so this is 1. And this is a pair of high digits, including 6 and 7 or 8. 2's definitely in one of these cells. What else have we got? We've got 2 there looking up to this cell. It's 3, and the whisper tells me that this must be 8. And we've finished column 9 now. 6, 7 pair are looking at these cells. We've got an 8, 2, 9 triple to resolve, 3, 4, 5 triple here. Maybe let's go back to my favourite column, which needs a 3, and I can place that. There we go. 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 in the box as well, but all I know is that it's in one of those cells. In this row, we need a 7 or an 8, and we've got an 8 so in the column. So that's a 7, that's 8. Box 4 is finished. That 7 is orange. 1, 8, 3, 7, 2, 9. That looks straight down at a 6. This pair is a 5, 4 pair, and I can fill them in just like that. This is part of a 6, 8 pair, and it's the 6. Right, that was getting on famously as well. Lots of digits to colour cropping out of that last swing of information. Now, am I back to this column? 2, 7, 1, 6 and an 8, 9 pair. That digit has to be 5. That's all it can be. Good, right. I don't know why I've continued the colouring. It stopped helping a little while ago, if I'm absolutely honest. 1 and 2 there, I can just fill them in. This is a 3, 4, 6 triple where I can put the 3 in. That 3 looks down to the bottom. That looks back up to the 3, 4, 6 triple. Now this must be, oh, is this done? Oh, I'm not sure. Right, middle column, 2 there makes this an 8. There we go. That is going to resolve most of the outstandings, I do believe. Just the top row to go, 7, 8 and 9 to place. So just before I do that, let's colour the last dregs. The lows, quite a lot of them. The highs, very few of them. Hopefully that's everything coloured. I see 9 white 5s left. This digit is 8, that's 7, that's 9, and that's a lovely puzzle pressure pointer. Right on the sweet spot. Thank you so much, Judd, for recommending it. Well done, Cheese or Steve. That's really good stuff. I enjoyed that an awful lot. I was very pleased that my thought about the placeholder idea wasn't necessary, but there we go. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. See you again soon. Do come back tomorrow for more Sudoku from Cracking the Cryptic. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Bye for now.